Well, guys, I think we are absolutely ready, and we have the game, which is AT versus Elunes, and yeah, we are ready with the finals. The,
Akshat,
yep.
countdown.
Yeah, no, just one second. I've
Oh,
not started
okay,
anything which
okay,
is there. I'm just
okay,
saying
okay, okay.
we have one
Cool, cool.
viewer right now,
Okay,
so
okay, okay, cool.
I normally let that viewer count rise up to about 2, 3 people
Okay,
is there.
okay, fine.
And till that happens, you and me are just sitting and chatting and talking
Cool.
about what the game is and what are we going to be
Yeah.
presenting today.
Yes. So we have for the one very special viewer who's with us right now, we have uh, ICGC's finals. It's Oblique Gaming versus ATE. ATE on the Radiant and Oblique Gaming, also known as Elunes, on the dia. And it was a great tournament, wasn't it, Akshat?
Yes, it was great. I actually made lots of new friends, and this was actually a phenomenal time to go and be a gamer in India. So lots of cool announcements. If you've not heard them, it is a good time to go ahead and hear those announcements. And
Yeah.
I was glad you were there, Vivek.
Yes, thanks for having us there. I mean, we at AFK Gaming, who were official analysis partners of the Dota 2 event at ICGC, we had a great time, and I especially I had good fun in the pool, amongst other things. We got to see a lot of games, and a big thank you to Alienware, and it was thanks to their some of their amazing laptops that I got to cast on. I think it was the M14. Was
15x,
that
yeah,
it? It
M15x.
was the 15X. Yeah. So we had really cool sponsors, and it was good. Great fun.
Yeah, I think it was great, and I'd encourage all of you. Now the viewer count has gone up to 4, and all of you who were there, I'd encourage you to go ahead and come in and check the videos out. This is actually the finale video which you're going to be seeing. Without further ado, I would be jumping into the game in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and we are in game. So what do you see right now? And I'd just like to go ahead and officially welcome everyone to the cast. Guys, my famous opening words, I always keep it for the special occasions. So it's Sat Sri Akal, Vanakkam, Adabarze, Namaste, Game Cho India. Welcome to the final cast of the ICGC Dota 2 tournament. This is part of the Alienware Game Victorious. It could not have been done without Alienware and without the entire sponsorship that came in. Big announcements happening. One of these two teams, which are the winners from the main bracket, will actually be representing India in the Asia International. So that is the big news that is there that I wanted to go ahead and say. This is not any normal game. This is the big game that is actually happening. So wanted to go ahead and say that. Couldn't do it without the big casting team that I had there, the big casting team of loads of people who were there. None among them lesser than my co-caster today, Vivek. And welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me here, Lord Nod. And right now we have with us Oblique Gaming versus ATE, two really exciting teams pushing the limits of what Dota 2 is in India at the moment.
Mhm.
Oblique Gaming having the first ban, Oblique Gaming on the Dire, they ban out Anti-Mage. Uh, I know for a fact that ATE likes picking this hero, and if you look through the earlier games in our tournament in the ICGC, they did pick a lot of anti-mage, so straight off anti-mage banned.
Great,
ATE
great. Just
responding with
to,
a Darkseer ban.
yeah,
Yeah.
Darkseer band comes in. Just wanted to go ahead and sync our videos since, guys, this is a replay cast and we are casting it from two different locations. You might see us forward some of the stopped parts and we might go ahead and sync up once in a while in the game. So just be patient with us. I'm at about 2 minutes, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Are we at the same sync space?
No, I'm at 55, 255.
Okay, I'll
So
just
just
jump
tell
there.
me when you reach
I'm at
250.
55, 56, 57, 58, 59.
57. Okay, I'm 1 second behind you. I think that's okay.
Okay, so a couple of quick bans actually coming in. So let's go ahead and get back into checking what was it? Tidehunter and Let's Try.
Yeah. So again, once again, AT banning out Darks here. I've been looking through the tournament. They've been banning out Darks here throughout the tournament. For those of you that don't know, one of the most exciting things about this tournament was it began the day after the new patch.
Mm.
So a lot of new things came into play, and this new patch is definitely one of the most exciting things that's happened in Dota and Dota 2 collectively, and things are changing fast. Sven is becoming a very viable pick in my opinion. Alchemist coming
10
back into the
seconds
scene.
remaining.
So in fact, Darkseer has been nerfed, but he's still very
5
effective.
dire
In fact,
team
he's
pick.
getting more picked nowadays because I don't know, teams are just overlooking him for other
Radiant
heroes.
team
And there's
pick.
your first pick, Templar Assassin.
Yeah, so I think I'm substantially ahead of you. I think you'll just have to forward really quickly. I'm at 5 minutes into the game. I'll just talk to everyone about a couple
What's
of
there
other.
so much delay? Oh shit. Okay, sorry.
So TA and Nature's Prophet actually were the first picks, and along with Morphling and Rubik. And Morphling, despite being the nerf, is actually getting picked again. And I think
10
that's more to
seconds
go to with
remaining.
the respect that people have for Morphling and the entire playstyle that has kind of
5 seconds
absolutely
remaining.
tuned into this. Disruptor and Ricky being the other ones which just come in,
Dire team
and the
ban.
ban comes in. Now, another very interesting thing was it changed from the earlier mode to now the 2-2-3-3 1-1 mode, which is actually far more balanced in my opinion.
Radiant team
And you
ban.
actually go ahead and see QOP coming in as the first ban, third ban, and we are now, just to go ahead and get you back onto sync with us, 5 minutes 52 seconds into the game. 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58,
1 second.
59, 60, and we are at 6:01. So take your time. My suggestion is get to 6:15, and I'll call you out at 6:15.
Okay. 1 second.
And we are at 6:15 mark.
I am at
10
6-3
seconds
and I'm coming
remaining.
there. So yeah.
Yeah, well, while you do
5
that, so let's go
seconds
ahead and sync
remaining.
that very quickly. While that has happened,
30,
QOP and
Dire
Windrunner,
team
40,
they're coming in.
ban.
Um,
15. I'm
so,
at 6:15.
no, so I'm already running. I can't pause the game while that is happening.
Okay.
So
Cool.
why don't you go ahead and sync up to 7 minutes, and I'll call you out
Okay.
7 minutes exactly when it's there, and I'll go ahead and talk
Okay.
about
Radiant
the bans which are
Okay.
team
Fine.
coming in.
ban.
Some interesting bans again. The ban ratio coming in. Chaos Knight goes away, and the next ban comes in for Team ATE. And interestingly, guys, you might see that Oblique Gaming comes with their own nifty
Dire
logo
team
at the
ban.
top and at the captain's pick. So really good job by them. They have gone and made sure that it looks really nice. EL is just a credit for their old one, which is Elunes. Earthshaker comes in as another band, which is there again. This is just basic respect for the playstyle of Oblique. They know that Earthshaker has been pretty devastating in their initial rounds, especially in their last meeting, which was actually online. And I kind of made a mistake
Radiant
because I kept
team
talking.
ban.
We are at 7:26.
Okay.
7:20. So let's sync up at 7:45, and I'll keep on talking till 7:45.
Okay.
And DP also gets banned, which is there the last ban that goes in by Team Elunes. We are at 7:37.
7 750. 750.
Okay, so I'm at 41, 42, 43, 44. Be ready to go ahead and
Yeah.
unpause.
Yeah.
45, 46, 47, 48,
Dire
49,
team pick.
750. And
Okay.
you're
And we're
back.
together.
And we're together.
Sorry for that, folks. So
Well, you didn't miss too much. We kept on talking. There was DP as the last ban, and talk about Chen being actually Chen. Why would Team ATE ban Chen?
Uh, from what Lil have seen, I have seen Elunes pick Chen in one game. Uh, I think it was
10
Lackey
seconds
playing Chen,
remaining.
but I don't know. They don't want Elunes to
5
push.
seconds
It's
remaining.
a rather strange last ban, but I have seen a lot of teams pick up Chen, and
Beastmaster comes in.
Radiant team pick.
yeah, well, the Beastmaster was a good, is a legitimate pick, and I can see Prophecy going on the offlane. Prophecy, sorry, Chinese monk. In his Dota days, he used to play by the name Prophecy. So, yeah, many of you might probably know him by the name Prophecy as well. So, Prophecy will go on the offlane. I can see him going on the offlane with Beastmaster.
Mhm.
Uh, they have a
10
they have a
seconds
very
remaining.
good support with Disruptor and one
5
a
seconds
Disruptor. I don't
remaining.
know if you guys saw the international too, but Disruptor was one of the heroes that totally
Preserve
split Navi
turret.
open, and even Dendi didn't have an answer for that, and none of them had an answer for that. So they do have Disruptor. Uh, they're still thinking about the last pick a lot, aren't they?
The last pick.
Oblique Gaming. What do you think they're missing? They do have a support. They have Templar. I'll tell you what.
I think there's some real sync problems with us. What time in the game are you at?
9:35.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we are at the second last pick right now.
How did that happen?
It's 9:45. Yeah,
9:45, 9:46. You're
yeah,
watching it at 1x speed, and I mean, yeah.
yeah. And oh, no, so we are at the yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Venomancer comes
Sorry.
in.
I was talking about
Dire
Venomancer. They picked
team pick.
Venomancer.
Yeah, so they just picked Venomancer, and now comes the last picks, which is there. You
Yeah,
said
yeah.
the last pick, so
Sorry.
I
Sorry.
was
Sorry.
confused. Yeah.
My
Okay.
bad.
So coming back to this, yeah. Well, I think Venomancer is. I would not have picked Venomancer in this stage, and I'll tell you
Hmm.
explicitly why.
Why?
If you Sven
Huh.
comes in, that's actually a great pick, and we'll talk about Sven,
Team
which is
pick.
there. But I wouldn't have picked Venomancer in this entire thing. Now, and Venomancer is a good, solid pick, but if you look at the kind of people they have on the other side, you have really, really strong heroes on the other side. The TA, Morphling, Disruptor going in, and even Beastmaster and now Sven. And you really need someone. Now, I know the wards can go ahead and do a little bit of damage, but I really needed someone who's more of a disabler here. And if you look at this, besides Rubik, I don't see any strong disablers at all in this team.
Hmm. Actually, you are kind of right about that because Rubik is the only true disable. They do have Bat Rider, that's
Yeah.
an explosive disable. Meanwhile, Oblique has a lot more disables.
Mm.
So they just have two focus disable. They yeah, you could say that they are lacking in team fight.
Mm-hmm.
They are severely lacking in teamfight ATE at the moment, but the picks can work for them in the game. Actually, you know what? This is it. I was discussing this in one of ATE's other games that I got to cast at ICGC. They always pick lineups that on paper don't make sense
Mm-hmm.
and somehow work them in and somehow make them work. For me, they've always been doing this in the Dota days, and you can ask any of these teams who played against them in the Dota days. They've been doing that in Dota as well, and they do it in Dota 2 as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Uh,
Well,
on the other hand, Oblique Gaming has a lot of they have decent picks. They have good team fight control. They have good damage. They have good disable. They have good stun. They have one big AOE silence with Disruptor. They have Disruptor, man. He is one crazy hero.
yeah, I agree with you. While you're going and doing this and the game is paused because there were some internet issues there, I'd love to go ahead and do this. This is the big fight, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time where we introduce people in the really hot red pants called the dire pants. We have Team Elunes. In Team Elunes, also now known as Team Oblique Gaming, we have Chinese Monk playing Beastmaster, we have Lackey playing Disruptor, we have Mr. Crowley playing TA, we have Bendover playing Morphling, and we have Evil Ash playing Sven. And on the other side, in the really, really shiny green pants, as the Radiant, we have Team ATE. And we have Stephen playing Venomancer, Insane playing Nature's Prophet, Dinchak playing Rubik, Gizmo playing Ricky, and Pulse playing Batrider. Tell us about these two teams. You know them very well, right? So tell me,
Yeah.
are they all taking characters that they are inherently very good at? Tell me the matchup. Is there some rivalry here? Tell me some backstories to this.
So once again, for those of you who don't know, AT used to go by the name Error in their Dota days, and they were one of the most unstoppable teams in Dota. There was a constantly rotating team called Hard On or FIO or 187 that gave them tough fights and that managed to beat them. But other than that, no one really
Prepare
did
to
much to
battle.
Error. And there are fellow South boys from Bangalore.
Hmm.
And yes, so everybody loves to poke fun of them and their accents from time to time.
Well, I had the opportunity to meet all of them, and guys, if you actually know about ICGC, this Dota 1 was actually going and doing its farewell year, and
Mhm.
Team AT actually did the best farewell possible. They actually won the Dota 1 tournament, and
Yeah.
because they were playing both Dota 1 and Dota 2, they had a pretty hard time of going and playing so many games. But
Mm.
credit where it's due, Dota 1, they were runaway winners, just to go ahead and show that they own the space. But I think they're having a far stronger competition at the start of Dota 2. I think they are the underdogs in this matchup against Team OG, Oblique Gaming.
Yeah, team So well, that was error for you, and they did play at an international level in Dota. Won some, lost some. They played a lot of games versus Pakistani teams. There's a long history there. They're now called Team ATE. They've had quite a few lineup changes. They have a new captain, and a few players have come and gone. They have a new support hero which they got at a very last minute for the tournament. That hero, I mean that player being Dinchak, ATE Dinchak on the Rubik. Uh, Meanwhile, OG on the other hand, also known formerly as Elunes, is a mixed team coming out from Mumbai and Pune.
Hmm.
Uh, from Mumbai, we have Mr. Crowley on Templar Assassin, and the rest of them are basically Pune guys who I think this is the first tournament they're coming together for. I don't know, they might have played a few Dota tournaments together.
30 seconds
But yeah,
to battle.
they're all really good players from Pune. And so that's who they are. So
Yeah, and I've been casting some of their games earlier, and I actually had the opportunity to meet a couple of them. Team OG is actually now Oblique Gaming is being sponsored by a very interesting person by the name of Samir Hussain from Chennai. So this is pretty much becoming a world India national team. While we're talking about that, it's time to go ahead and jump into the game. The game has officially started, as you can go ahead and see, ladies and gentlemen. The timer has clicked 1, 2, 3 in this, that it is time of the day. And what about the initial item builds? Do you think anything interesting you go ahead and see there? I see a Poor Man's Shield by Ricky, as you can go ahead and expect, and Beastmaster also go ahead and picks up a Stout Shield. There is smoke by Sven, but yeah.
yeah, well, actually, if you look at it, the Poeman Shield is not the most normal start item. As in, you wouldn't see a lot of people go a Poeman Shield straight away, but yeah, he has gone a Poeman Shield. Uh, Simply because you could get uh, stats with just 2 slippers, which make up a Poeman Shield, but you would rather spend the remaining money on consumables like a Tango or a Flask, which you would definitely need. Anyway, straight off, Gizmo jumps in on Morphling and runs away. Sven next to them, invisible right on the top lane.
Yeah.
He's looking to initiate. There are a few thoughts going on. This is the final, folks. Don't forget, tensions were definitely high that night. And Sven's still waiting.
Yeah, and there is some trial in action actually happening at the top lane right now. This is 3 versus 2, with which we have Team AT trying to go ahead and get a little action
They
going.
land off with a stun on Rikimaru, and Rikimaru blinks off safely on a Venoman. So nothing much going on over there. He's safe. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the warding, shall we? A lot of warding from the Radiant side over here. One for the rune spot,
Yeah.
near top river. One to block off the full camp.
Yeah.
And straight off Disruptor is devouring it, and one to stop this big ancient spawn for Rexar. So this basically stops Rexar from stacking this camp up over here, so that he has some EXP to catch on to later on in the game. While Error just have one ward over here, checking out the bot rune. The laning is pretty standard, pretty expected so far. I didn't no surprises over here. Batrider mid is what I completely saw coming. Venomancer, Rubik and Rikimaru on the top lane, and Furion on the off lane. The surprising thing is that Furion is letting Rexar level up either which way. So it doesn't matter much that if he gets the stack or no, because the stack is usually done so that he gets to catch up on levels. So I don't see the point of this ward. I mean, this ward is a bit lost to me.
Okay, so while we are doing that, quick check on levels. We have Furion already running insane, is running at level 4, and huge level differences coming in. And I think that's just because he is offlaning himself, and you'd see some level differences coming in. I do expect this is about 2 minutes 45 seconds into game timer. I do expect some action to be coming in very quickly. TA goes and picks up the ward, very double damage room right now.
That's unlike Pulse. You wouldn't expect him to let the rune go. From what I've seen, Pulse always likes to go on to his runes. And actually, this is a very interesting matchup here in mid, because they are some of India's best mid-solo heroes, and everybody thinks that they're India's best mid solo hero. I mean, India's best mid solo player. While these two actually are. So we have an interesting lineup and matchup going on in mid. I'm just going to take a quick look at the last hits, Akshat.
Yeah.
And if you take a look at the last hits, we have Rikimaru leading. That's no surprise. Gizmo is a really strong farmer. And this is why a lot of us make fun of ATE because they just sit and farm.
Yeah, well,
This used to be the joke in the old day.
Yeah, because this comes from the legacy of Dota 1, right? Dota 1 was a seriously farming game, and if you were a bad farmer, you could pretty much go ahead and kiss yourself GG.
Yes, it comes from there probably. Batrider has a really high amount of denies, so that's going to show up in the form of quite a considerable level up difference going on in mid lane. And if you can see, Lanaya is just level 4 while Batrider is level 5, and that's purely, he's won that only on denies. That's 14 denies. That's ridiculous. I've never seen that happen in a game. So Crowley getting a bit smashed in mid lane.
Yeah, and 15-14, that's nearly a ratio of 1 to hit last hits and denies, and that's actually what international level grades are made out of. So good,
Yeah.
well played, man.
Yes, definitely good play going on over there by and they go on Rubik on top lane. A stun comes by Sven. Morphling waves through first blood, and Elunes pick up first blood. Elunes Morphling dropping really low. Furion TPs in. He got to morph into strength. They're on him. Can he die? He's morphing all his agility into strength. Gizmo gets the kill. They jump onto Sven. This is good proactive play by Insane, and Sven dies as well.
Yeah.
Nice move by the Furion, jumping onto top lane, looking out in the map for his team, and he gets the kill. He already has his urn, completely justifying that item choice, and they might end up pushing for this tower right now.
Yeah, they will. I'm just going to go ahead and think. I think you're just jumping slightly ahead of me. I'm at 21-20, 21-22, 23. You might have to pause for 1 second to get me in the same level as you.
Okay, I'm at 21-30.
Yeah, so just pause. I'm at 21-30 now.
Okay.
21, 31, 32, 33, which is there. So we are all.
Yeah,
in
and
sync.
they're going on the tower, and they pop up the glyph. Those of you who don't know, glyph is now 5 seconds instead of 4 seconds. Might not be a big difference, but we'll look at that. Anyways, and Disruptor goes on to Rikimaru. Rexar comes in for this gank. He stuns. Morphling waves through. Rikimaru smokes. He can blink away. He blinks away, and Rikimaru is safe. Good play over there by Gizmo. Insane earns him up. A lot of action going on over here.
Yeah, and Rikimaru's not out of danger yet. He shouldn't go ahead and get very greedy because he is going against Sven, because there are 3 heroes versus 3 heroes. This is there. I expect some team action to go ahead and happen very quickly there. While that has been happening, the bottom lane was empty. I was about to say that it was left all open, but bottom lane was empty. But teams Elunes is now trying to go ahead and cycle towards there and make sure that he's there safe.
Yeah, Rexa's going to take care of that. Actually, let's take a look at how bot lane did. Let's see if Rexar outdid Furion. Rexar had 20 last hits, Furion has 10. So, yeah, I mean, Rexar is doing pretty well for himself on the bot lane. And he is getting early levels, so that's quite good for him. Elunes lose an early tower, and now this is what happens. You take an early tower, what do you do on that lane? Where do you go to farm? I mean, you can't just keep on pushing too much into enemy territory because you don't have vision over here. They don't have really good vision, and that is where Venomancer comes into play. I mean, you know, with his wards, he does give temporary, cheap, free vision. I mean, at only 20 mana, that's why ATE can stay in that lane. That's why that's what Veno lets them do. Meanwhile, Crowley comes in on a haste. He jumps on Rikimaru. A stun follows through. Morphling waves in again. Rikimaru is not level 6. Where did he go?
Well, Rikimaru, he's still there. He will go ahead and die very quickly. This is four of them against, which is there. Rikimaru is alive, actually. And there he goes down. And they're going to go ahead and get a replenishment. Batrider comes in. Batrider decides to go ahead and do it. But King Chak has also been taken away, which is there. They're all trying to go ahead and focus on Disruptor. Disruptor has no life left. He's going to be going and gank very, very quickly, which is there. But there's still 3 versus 2, which is there. Nature's Prophet goes and pulls in. Venomancer is also going and pushing, but they're trying to go ahead and move back. The Treants are going to go support very, very well, which is there. But the action is now shifting all over the place. We go ahead and see Venomancer now getting focused down by Chinese Monk. Chinese Monk as playing Beastmaster is actually going to go ahead and do that. One hit will go ahead and do it, but Venomancer is not going to go ahead and get it. Oh my God, this is so intense, which is there. Batrider is now getting focused down on, which is there. This is back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You guys, with the attacks that have happened, everyone's exhausted nearly all of their mana. Crowley has nothing left. Chinese Monk has nothing left.
Is under attack.
Yeah, and wisely they all back out of there because they really had nothing. And both teams are really up for it, and they're hitting head to head, toe to toe. Meanwhile, in bot lane, Gizmo Green was catching up on farm. He still is in level 6. He's catching up on his farm over there. And do you know what? I think we went out of sync again, but I did try resyncing with you.
Oh, okay. Just to go ahead and let you know what time it is there. I am currently at 24 minutes 49 seconds. Why don't you sync up at 25 minutes, and I'll let you know when I get there. Where are you at?
1 second. I'm catching up.
I'm 25 minutes.
25.3 I am at.
I'm at 25.3.
Okay.
Yeah, so there you go, and while we are talking about that, 25-3 means Morphling is getting focused on. Morphling goes and scoots out of there, but he's getting attacked by 3 of them, which is there. Shen goes and...
he's out. He morphed everything into strength. He's safe over there.
That was great. And while we are doing that, there's action at the bottom tower also, which is there. There is a couple of attacks going on. Ricky Maru now wants to go ahead and get away with it. TA is going to run after him, but the tower is going to probably save him really well, and that was just this has been so many. Just look at the health bars of everyone. Everyone's been getting like saved in the last 10%. You don't expect that to happen, but it is about 9 minutes 40 seconds into the game. It is 3-3. It is fairly same. Let's look at some let's look at some graphs. Difference in gold not really substantial, about 2,700 in the favor of the Radiant, and about the experience also about 2,000 in the favor of the Radiant. Item builds, interestingly, I'm just looking at something really weird being made. Not really. The only interesting thing is the urn, which we talked about and which paid for Nature's Prophet at the start.
Yeah, lot of action going on, and yeah, this is the game we all stayed up to watch by the pool that night, and this is why none of us went to sleep, because this is what we all wanted to watch, and it was completely worth every minute. Of course, a lot of people ended up getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning and shouting at us, but we wanted to watch. Anyways, and the tower gets pushed down. Sven comes, stuns Furion. He hesitates on hitting Furion. Furion ultis and dies any which way over there. Nothing much he could have done. Ricky Maru just backs out of there, doesn't even bother throwing up a smoke screen to save Furion, but yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that was worth it. In that situation, it was just a waste of mana to go ahead and just put the smoke screen.
Yeah.
And I think it was very well realized. Double team action, tag team action happening with Crowley and Chinese Monk. Both of them are running together as a pack, and I do believe this mid lane is going to have 4 of them going and clearing down.
Evil jumps in, stuns Stefan. Chinese Monk follows up with an axe or stun, and that's beautiful. Zeus dies, Disruptors Phil comes in, and now they jump onto Crowley. Pulse comes in the battle, pulls in Crowley. Disruptor sends him back, but Crowley's still burning in Pulse's flames, and Pulse chases after Lackey now. Pulse all alone, nobody there with him, and he jumped onto Lackey. I don't think he's going to be able to get him. He stacks him up with his napalm, but that's not enough. Disruptor is safe.
Yeah, he just made sure he can. Right-clicking, I think his APM would have been over the roof. It would be over 9,000 because he just managed to go ahead and do that and get out of the way. And that was a great survive. It is now 4-5. It is fairly even again. Tower actually has been taken, and
yeah.
I think the action is pretty much shifting into mid lane, because I don't see any action on the other lanes. Everyone's soloing without any opposition. Both lanes are actually being held, both by Elunes and by ATEs respectively.
Yeah, it's actually a bit surprising to see Error play like this, because Error have been known to farm, and well, not only are they managing to pick up the farm, they're playing a very action-packed gang-based game, and not only that, they're pushing as well. So this is the new and improved Error that, well, was very different from the Dota days, and let's see how they do this game. Let's see. Maybe this seem to have what it takes to win the finals.
Well, we were very
excited. This game.
Yeah, well, we were so excited to go ahead and watch this with bleary eyes and red eyes, guys. This is the first time you're actually seeing the whole replay. If you weren't sitting in Goa and watching it, this was really intense, and it was just over Imba. I'd like to go ahead and call it. So go stay tuned. If you're not watching it, it's available on VOD on the Lord Nord channel. Good time to go ahead and thank the sponsors and every one of my co-casters. Guys, you saw 5 of the best co-casters of India going and working together. But I'll go ahead and stop that casting thing because everyone's in smoke right now. I think there's some action going to be happening right now. We have 3v3 action. Like this is 4v4 action going to be happening. A big team fight is going to come in. Why don't you let us know?
Okay, so Stefan is basically just baiting them to jump on him because Rikimaru is in invisibility and he's standing there. So is Pulse in invisibility standing there. So they're waiting for them to jump on Stefan, that's Venomancer, so that they can counter gang, but Oblique Gaming didn't take that bait. They stood by the tower, they were waiting for ATE to push in, and ATE didn't try pushing in hard enough. Neither did ATE initiate that gang, so they're falling back for the moment right now. Pulse has already lost his invisibility, Pulse on the Batrider. He's coming back in, Lanaya notices that, drops in a trap, slows them, and Lanaya can just sometimes be a very irritating hero to push in against, because he can just keep on continuously dropping traps and slowing them down. Meanwhile, Furion TPs in, pulls up some trees, and notice Morphling is farming away. He's not going to be part of this battle, if at all. AT is just banging in on the tower right now, but a new creep comes in from the Dire, and basically tentative pushing going on, a lot of pushing and prodding. No team wants to initiate. Pulse goes in, he throws in a stack, Rexa stuns him, Disruptor follows up with a Thunderstorm, Ricky comes in, smoke screen over there, Mech comes in from Rubik, and they push Gizmo back out of the battle. Elunes are retreating. Oh, Pulse drops, Pulse almost dies, but Crowley takes the fall instead. Insane is focusing, he's trapped up Elunes, Evil Ash and Chinese Monk, and he's hitting them down. Pulse dies in the process, and they're running low. Crowley is jumping onto Insane. Insane is running for his life, but he'll not be able to. Crowley jumped onto him. Venomancer throws in a gale from behind. Evil Ash jumps onto Venomancer, picks up Venomancer, and the fight is still on. Gizmo is still alive. Throws in a smoke screen, jumps onto Evil Ash. Evil Ash really low. He should die. Insane should die as well. And Chinese Smoke runs away. Crowley comes back into the battle. He's not had enough. He picks off Gizmo. There were sentries over there to see Rikimaru, and now they run onto Rubik. Rubik should die, and Elunes probably win that battle without a Morphling. That was a really tight battle with a lot of fights going on in a lot of places, and Elunes pulled it towards the end.
Yeah, well, this was nearly a full wipeout, which is there. Morphling wants to go ahead and Morphling's pissed, and he is actually on the top lane, and he's like, everyone is going and saying, well, that didn't really go well. And there's an action which is happening as well. They're going and focusing on Batrider, and but I think everything's going to be fine. Oh, that was intense. It went
in OG's favor completely.
Yeah, absolutely. And four kills for the price of one.
Yeah, that was despite Furion having a mech. So Error would really like to rethink what they did in that battle, because they did a lot of stuff wrong over there. For starters, he popped off mech right at the very beginning of battle. I wonder if he should have done that. And they split in a very unpleasant manner. Pulse jumped in, but he took the stun first instead of pulling someone out. If he managed to jump in and lasso maybe Rexar out, that would have been a lot more useful. Instead, he jumped in and he ended up getting stunned first, and that's where things started going downhill for ATE. And started going downhill from there, yeah. And
the game's been paused, so this is a good time for us to go ahead and do 3 things. First, let's go ahead and sync. Let's go ahead and sync at 33 minutes if you're there. What time are you at?
I am reaching 33 in 10 seconds.
Oh, good. So I'm about only 7 seconds behind you. So why don't you reach 33 seconds, pause, and I'll go ahead and let you know to go ahead and start.
Okay, I'm at 33.
Perfect. I'm at 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 33.
Okay.
Great. Now also a good time to go ahead and talk about, since they've paused the game, and guys, so sorry for the pauses again, because you will see some pauses happening because of some internet issues, and internet, and B, I think everyone was very tired. It was 3 o'clock in the morning when this was happening. Also a good time to look at some item builds. What is there?
Yeah. So, right now, I've noticed that the Furion, I mean, whenever Error runs a Furion, and it's insane on the Furion, they always play a very utility Furion, who ends up picking up items like a mech, See, the urn is fine, but I mean, he picks up a mech every game, which is also fine. A hood building towards a pipe, I can see it. I mean, I think the plan is we pick Furion to push, and we don't even envision a late game where Furion has to deal DPS or have a hex.
Mm.
So they build their Furion in that order so that everything that's required to push a urn and a mech and a pipe is there on that Furion,
Mm.
which is kind of limiting and which doesn't. I mean, Furion is a very flexible hero. He can do a lot for you. So I feel they have a rather limited style of Furion, and I find his build can be a bit limiting. But he will serve that purpose really well, and he has picked up a very good chunk of items for 16 minutes in the game.
Mm.
He's been farming like. I mean, I don't know his name says it all. He's been farming like a nutcase. Like, seriously, that's good farm over there. Stefan doesn't have many items. He's the co-support hero, so he's doing his bit warding. We will take a look a bit later at what vision both the teams have. Then Chuck, playing another support could do better. He could have had his arcane boots by now. It is easily possible with a Rubik, but in a tri lane, stuff like that happens when you're sharing the lane with so many people.
Mm.
This is what happens. Pulsafeld and mid solo did really well at mid. Has his tranquil boots, has a blink, has a vitality boost. So probably building towards his vanguard. Strange choice maybe in the tranquil boots. I don't know. I don't know when is he. Why would he go for tranquil boot? But yeah, he that's his choice. I guess there is really good MS with the tranquil boot, so it kind of makes sense since phase boots don't work on Batrider.
Mm.
So the next best thing for MS and purely MS, if you don't want stats, would be tranquil boots. Meanwhile, Elunes on the other hand have Rexar, who seems to be building towards a mech. I can guess he has a soldering.
Mm-hmm.
He's also buying sentries and chipping in with that part of the game. Bend over or bend over, if you like puns and other things, is playing Morphling, and he's picked up a Perseverance and he's got an ultimate orb. He's probably building towards his Lincoln,
Mm.
and that is sick farm. It's 16 minutes in the game. I really have to take a look at his last hits. 89 last hits. He's leading the last hits.
Yeah, well,
Okay, we will come to that later, but that's why a lot of us think that he's India's best carry player. Seriously, Anant, my God, how do you do this? Crowley out there on the Templar, who was not having a very good start at mid, who was clearly getting outplayed at mid, has his threads and has a magic wand, has 1,600 gold. He's probably building towards his blink.
Mm.
This is a late. Uh, I mean, this is late
Very late
by
link. Very
his
late link.
standards.
You know, well, look at it in comparison to who he was playing against. Batrider is actually sitting on
Yeah,
a blink and a tranquil, while he's
bit,
only on power threads.
yeah. Yeah, so he got outplayed at mid clearly. So he lost mid lane. Let's see what happened in the other games though.
Mm-hmm.
Lackey, their support hero, just has a boot, teleport, little tango. He's a support, not getting any farm, not taking any farm for himself. So that's understandable. Sven has a bracer, has a wand. Ideally, he would like some more HP himself. He should be getting that soon. If there's one thing you can notice is that Sven has gone with a strange skill build. Not strange. I mean, there are many skill builds for Sven. Excuse me, but he could have taken his cleave because it's been really well buffed in this version. And if you look at it, a lot of players, Sven is being played a completely new way. So, I mean, this just shows that some of them weren't ready for the new patch and what the new patch had to offer yet.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you two questions. I'm going to ask you two questions, which is there. The first one's actually going to be a very pointed question of Batrider versus TA. If you look at Batrider in the game, Batrider is a level 9, paid by Pulse, but has sick farm and has got loads of items, Blink, Tranquil Boots, even with Vitality Booster. While you look at Crowley, who's playing TA, has not got sick farm, but is sitting at level 11. Now, what
Yeah.
would you go ahead and so in that matchup? Who would you give it to? Now, you would go ahead and, like, initially, I would actually go with what you said. Well, he got outplayed, but he's sitting at level 11 in 16 minutes into the game. He's 2 levels over his other mid solo.
I'll tell you why.
Hmm.
Uh, Actually, he picked up the levels in the team fights.
No, but that's
So-
fine. That's fine. Like, whatever,
Ah.
right? But you understand. I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's a comparison. As of right
Ah.
now, 16 minutes into the game, the 2 mid solos, one of them is sitting at level 11, but with not lots of gold, and the other guy is sitting at level 9, but with loads of gold.
Yeah.
Like, who's better? Right? I'm just saying.
Who's more effective?
Well, not as mid solo, but who's
I mean-
who's more valuable right now to the game, to the team? I would
To the
actually,
team?
yeah, I would say TA is not bad, man. He's sitting on level 11, second highest into the game, and that's it. And the second question, and while the game has resumed, guys, and we're going to be following this really quickly, it's just going to be
Yeah.
yeah, it's just
The
going to be
second question?
is not many people in India play the Dota 2 beta, the Dota 2 test beta, because all of us have access to the test realm. And not many people actually go ahead and run the test realm and seeing that. So when I was talking to a couple of people with Valve, and they say, well, guys, all these changes that came in on the opening night were part of the test realm for about a good 3 weeks. And you guys didn't test it out. Are we not good practices into the test realm? Because this is beta, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good point that you brought up because, well, I was out of town myself, but you can, I think if there was a tournament coming up and if I was playing the tournament, I would have definitely played it on the test patch.
Yeah, and you'd be so much better just coming and saying you literally go, haha, you guys didn't know about this? Oh, guess what? We are the best prepared team here.
Exactly. Yeah, you are right about that. You are completely right about that. Meanwhile, Venomancer's picked up a gem, and he's doing a bit of de-warding. He just took out a few wards over here, and that's the beauty of Venomancer. Wards they help push. If you max out your wards, 38 damage, and you can just keep dropping them, and they're hard to kill because you have to keep hitting them. Only normal hits. They don't die to magical damage. They help you push, they help you de-ward, and you can just drop them here and there and they give you good vision.
Well, guys, wards are like what I call in real life. These are the dal roti of our lives. They are the appam curry of our lives. They are the rasam sambar of our lives. Please do not forget them. They are very important. Don't go ahead and just think, oh, that's wards are for sissies. Wards are not for sissies. Wards are for the best players.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the game.
And AD is just taking this tower and walking away. I don't know why.
Well, 2 towers fell down.
Yeah, OG didn't even contest this, and that's a bit surprising. And that's unlike them. I don't know why they didn't contest that. I really have no idea.
I don't think they have lag issues, which is there. They were saying lag might be an issue, but I think lag has been fixed. Yeah, and OG is now, like, everyone's pretty spread out. I do see everyone going to their respective lanes, and there's a full rotation that is happening. 2 of them at the top, 2 of them in the middle, and Solo coming in for Radiant and farming. And so jungling, actually. And everyone for Team Elunes or OG is working together. So they're really going for team fight mode right now.
Yeah, they don't want to get picked off alone by Rikimaru is what I'm guessing. Maybe that's why they're sticking together. Also, Templar Assassin ended up picking a Vanguard, which is a bit strange. And if she had the blink, she'd be able to jump next to someone like Rubik and just pick off Rubik before Rubik could even do anything. So she could like pick off Rubik reasonably fast, but she chooses not to go blink. Gizmo on the other hand has completed his defusal 20 minutes. That's standard Gizmo timing. Yeah, that's quite good. I mean, he knows he can do it even a little faster if he wants to. But yeah, so Gizmo is going to start hunting for the kills around the map. Stefan still dewarding, just checking around. Right now, ATE have complete map control. In the sense they've taken more of OG's towers. They can freely walk into OG territory. OG have right now smoked up.
Yeah, smoked up and
They're all together.
they're all going together
And
right
they're
now.
moving towards bot lane, and they finally decided that they need bot tower. They need towers. They're hoping to catch someone near the tower, around the tower, and then continue to take out the tower. Right now, no one from Error is over there. The smoke wears off. Morphling drops a replicate and TPs to top lane to keep up the farm. Gizmo still hanging around in top lane. He might jump on Morphling. Pops off a link in. Venom slows. Morphling can't morph out of there. He just morphs out of there in a second. And my god, was that close. Thank god he had a replicate down there, otherwise he would have been dead.
Yeah, well, he would have been. He just make sure he just gets out of there. You are still running a little ahead of me, but that's okay. We can go ahead and catch up in about 1 or 2 seconds because we're not too far off. I am currently running this at 44, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42,
42, 43, 44, 45, play.
Yeah. So, and there goes the tower on 45 play, and the action's actually heating up right now. This is actually going to be very, very unpleasant. A morbid mask comes in, and this is actually going to be really interesting. A big team fight's coming up. I actually am getting all these goosebumps right now because I believe the team fight's going to be here. I think this team fight might just decide the whole game. And there goes, they're trying to initiate really, really quickly. They're all waiting behind the tower because I don't think the tower is going to hold off very long. The Trians are going doing their work. By the way, I think Trians are the most boring people in Lord of the Rings, but I think in Dota 2, they're the rock.
Yeah, I like them in Lord of the Rings. They're supposed to be old wise people, right?
Oh, I love the old wise people part. I just hate the fact that they talk for 47 pages to go ahead and decide what the track is.
Meanwhile, a big fight happens over there. Stefan gets picked up and Crowley is stuck where he shouldn't be. There's no focus on him right now. Bendover is dying. He's morphing everything into strength. If they lose this fight, they lose the game possibly. Pulse is almost dead to Crowley. Pulse is running away. Crowley dies to Insane. And I don't know why OG went in for that fight. They shouldn't have gone for that fight. This will cost them the tower. This will cost them the racks. ATE are all there. Furion can just keep on dropping more and more boring trans who can keep on talking for 46 pages. And they're going to win the game. I mean, they're going to take the racks, and this is not good for OG. This is not good at all.
No, it was not. They again got back exactly 4 versus 1, which is there. But the problem with the 4 versus 1 is this is the enemy at the gates, my dear gentlemen. This is all going downhill really, really quickly. There 4 heroes are sitting here. I see the whole team sitting against them. There goes the tower, there goes the entire attack. This is going to be the last hurrah, this is going to be the last stand. Let's see what the last stand is going to go ahead and do. Big attacks going in from Evil Ash. Evil Ash is getting focused down. He's going to be the first one to go ahead and fall down. The entire Batrider is going to be running all over the place, going and dropping down. Ricky Maru goes over, bend over, just scoots out of there really, really quickly. They're falling back constantly. TA is going to go ahead and start attacking and going and focusing on Pulse, but the Batrider is definitely going to get out of there very quickly. TA, well, not bad. I had thought that the game would end, which is there, but only 1 kill in the whole game.
Yeah, they're still there. I mean, all of them are still there. ATE wants to end it now. And Gizmo had tried a move on Morphling, but Morphling's link had saved him. Meanwhile, Gizmo is there and he's on really low HP. Crowley running away for his life. He pops off his refraction. He should be safe. And Batrider Pulse or really low HP once again. A lot of back and forth over here and nothing happening. Finally, Furion pops up his mech. Morphling is backing up Stefan. Batrider pushes them all away. They pop his pipe. Gizmo picks off Morphling in the back still. And a nice big stun over there from Rubik. And this is where OG lose the game, I guess.
God, no, that is the double kill which is there. Now it's actually going 4 of them against this. This is a 16-12 went from a 11-11. But you have to understand, these are 8 kills in the space of 2 minutes, and this has just been called over as a GG. Guys, this was so close. That was just phenomenal. This has just been called as GG. Everyone's just disconnected.
I don't know why they called it GG.
I didn't think they would because I think they were just tired and they needed a kick in their addi, if I have to go ahead and say.
Dire's
I think
middle tower is under
the favorite team actually gets owned in game 1, which basically sends the India finals to game 3. And there's definitely going to be a game 3 if, or maybe not, if Elunes can not hold on ATE. ATE will go ahead and take the
Dire's
game.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. Yes, you are right. So folks, let's hang around for game 2. Sorry for me being out of sync this game. I'm really sorry for that.
No,
I
no,
don't
it's
know
not your
what.
fault. What we'll go ahead and I do want to go ahead and call out. I always love doing this. I like just like sports and cricket and whatever. I like to call out an MVP. Who do you think was MVP?
Pulse.
Yes,
Pulse
I would guess so
or the
too.
bat rider in mid lane.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, guys. So that's it. Just jumping into game 3, game 2. Sorry, in
Game
about
2,
2 minutes.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.